Hello, my name is John Massaria. I want to thank you very much for tuning into Unibrow Studio Vision and Transponder News on YouTube. These will be a series of videos that I will put together with me narrating the news for everybody. And I'm hoping that you can subscribe to my new YouTube channel called Transponder News, because that news channel has not been censored to 15-minute uploads, unlike my Unibrow Studio Vision channel, which has been censored to 15-minute uploads. And that was right after I published a viral video that went ballistic on the web called The Most Important Topic for Everyone. It basically talks about global engineering and a possible global level extinction event that could go on if we don't change our carbon footprint in the world. It's a talk between Russ Tanner and Dane Wigington, and I made a very simple video that went viral. It's been copied and mirrored on YouTube for probably 4 months now. It's seen over 1 million hits. It's been translated into different languages. Okay, so the goal for today and for many videos to come will be for me to encourage you to do your own videos. But I am doing this so that I can organize the news. Lately, it seems like we're this kid in this boat in the life of Pi, being hit with the news in our faces, and it's hard to keep track of. So this will be a short series, videos under 15 minutes, that will try to organize the sea of information so that we don't get lost and that we can maintain the information that we need to. Okay, so first I'm gonna go through the news pretty quickly, just to give you a summary of why I'm doing this. Again, our YouTube channels, our Facebook channels, everything's being monitored. There's no reason why everybody shouldn't be talking out. Okay, I do some geeky work on Facebook. You know, I like radar and I like weather modification research. I don't like what they're doing to our climate, and I don't like how they're trying to artificially change the climate. This is just a particular screenshot from something called climateviewer.com. It's by Jim Lee. What I did was I just plotted out all the types of radar, and these are the types of radar that I plotted on the map. And you can see the Earth is pretty much, well, America is pretty much shown here with all the transponders and EMF radar and scalar technologies throughout the United States. You can see it's covering us. Anyway, I do some geeky stuff like that. I also do some plotting of the weather, you know, flight patterns and how it affects the Earth. It's being done all over. Again, I just did the United States here, but you could say this is a flight path for 18-hour period. You could see that we're getting 20 to 30% less sunlight just because of the contrails or chemtrails or the jet engines that's leaving persistent clouds in the sky, and then they spread out and they kind of make these white luminous skies that just linger for days on end. We are receiving 20 to 30% less sunlight, and they are modifying the jet fuel. What's important about this is not only is it poisoning our soil, our water, and our air that we breathe in an effort to basically curtail or shape our weather so that they can control the weather. This has everything to do with geoengineering. A lot of people do not think this is the way to go. They think it's a band-aid to cover up the larger problem, which is methane gas release, solar radiation coming in at an alarming rate because we are depleting the ozone layer that protects our world. And I still do believe that this is the most important topic in the world right now because it affects every single one of us. Yes, there's people dying in wars and everything else, but there will not be a planet to fight over or love over if we don't take care of Mother Earth. And read all about those things or watch the videos if you'd like. Something not being talked about by too many people is the fact that when you receive less UV light, your skin is unable to process, metabolize vitamin D. I strongly recommend that you get a vitamin D test. You get a CBC, it does not usually, or complete blood count or hemoglobin. You're not getting vitamin D tested, so you need to request that separately. So vitamin D is being affected. Most people around the world are being affected because of global dimming. I do want to illustrate one photo that I took that clearly shows the persistent aerosol spraying from jet aircraft. These are not natural formations. This is going on right now. This is not a natural sky. This is the sky that we're getting pretty much used to and that we are seeing all over the globe. So enough about that. We can talk about that in other videos, and I know it's a hot topic for me and for so many other people. Okay, so let's dive right into the news. The next subject is going to be on SEAL Team 6. SEAL Team 6 is the elite team that they chose to take down bin Laden. 30-plus men went into Afghanistan and basically killed Osama bin Laden, and they dumped the body in the ocean. That's supposedly what happened. Now, since that event, 93 days later, 20 of the elite SEAL Team 6 were stuffed in a helicopter and basically blown away and killed. And 2 other SEAL Team 6 members earlier were killed in a parachute incident, and I believe 4 other SEAL Team members died in very unusual circumstances. So basically the SEAL Team 6 is almost all gone. This is very disturbing. It is more disturbing to me than Benghazi. Benghazi's been getting a lot of light shed on it, but it is only 4 guys. This is more than 20 plus, and it's much more severe than Benghazi to me when you look at all the unusual circumstances. Benghazi should be looked at and investigated and never discredited as anything less than a tragedy, but this all should be in the mainstream news, and it's not. So you can watch it all on this video channel called The United West, and I strongly recommend that you do share it with your friends and family, because this is extremely important when you look at all the facts. Basically, they have generals talk and they have the families talk. Again, it's only got 209,000 views. That's crazy low. I'm sure it's been copied and edited down, and a lot of people have shared it, but awareness needs to be shed on this. Okay, so what I've done is I've set up certain parts of the video.
August 6th, I got the call about my son's death. It's like a knife in my heart that turns every day. I cry every day. I get sad every day. My other children, Michael's 25 years old. And we go to Dover to see the bodies. And we're all in the hangar down there. And President Obama comes up to me and he says, "Mr. Strange," he grabs me by the shoulders, "Michael changed the way America lives." I grabbed Mr. President by the shoulders and I said, "I don't need to know about my son. I need to know what happened, Mr. President." And the Secret Service guys grabbed me. I'm crying. He went to give me a hug, and I whispered in his ear. I said, "Mr. President, is there going to be a congressional inquiry?" And Mr. President whispered in my ear, and I could feel his lips touching. He said, "Mr. Strange, we're going to look into this very, very, very deep." Well, I haven't heard nothing.
We're going to continue on.
And here's no eye in the sky.
What is he talking about? He's talking about the satellite surveillance system. It was shut down during this so-called mission in a subpar Chinook helicopter, which is basically a design from the Vietnam War. These guys, the elite team, was stuffed into a subpar helicopter into the most hostile territory, basically sitting ducks. At 2 o'clock in the morning, pitch black, somehow they got shot, and the eye in the sky did not record anything during this time period.
The eye went off. When the helicopter got shot down, it's in the paperwork. We didn't know what helicopter got shot. It took us 10 minutes.
The next portion is about the black box or the flight recorder. It's actually not black, it's actually orange. It went missing. It got washed away in some sort of flood at 2 o'clock in the morning. Somehow there was a flash flood that washed away the black box out of the helicopter after it got blew up. Okay, and the eye in the sky is off. The best of the best are blown up, and you can watch this video on the United West. A very disturbing situation, and almost all of SEAL Team 6 is dead. This is just one incident where they got 20 in one horrific incident. So please watch that right here on United West. Okay, next subject. The Boston Marathon bombing investigation lead agent from the FBI is retiring. That's no big deal all by itself. I wouldn't think it would be a big deal. This is on the NBC.com website. Great, he's retiring. That's fine. What's the big deal? Well, when you add it up to these other two men who are FBI agents from Virginia, and they both fell out of a helicopter 12 miles off the coast of Virginia just a few days before this man retired, it seems kind of suspicious. Both of them are the lead investigators for the Boston bombing. They may have uncovered some information, and then they decide to go into a helicopter run, routine training exercise, and they both 12 miles off the coast. Nobody sees them. Nobody knows what went on. They fall out of a helicopter. Can you just close your eyes and try to picture two men just all of a sudden falling out of a helicopter? That does not make a lot of sense. And this man retiring a few days later. Okay, next item. Jon Stewart's now on vacation, and we have John Oliver talking in his place. We're going to go right there.
So, it turns out the government is monitoring vastly more information than even George Orwell wet the bed over. Which brings us to our new segment.
It means the NSA can read the time off your wristwatch.
You don't know what you're doing.
You won't know who to trust.
Good news. Good news, you're not paranoid, is brought to you by tinfoil. Why not wear it as a hat?
All right, so that's pretty humorous. We're just going to continue on.
Fortunately, just 3 months ago, the Senate held a hearing with Director of National Intelligence James Clapper. And in hindsight, it gave us a truly interesting window into his trustworthiness.
So what I wanted to see is if you could give me a yes or no answer to the question, does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly.
No spy should have that big a tell.
We're going to continue to the next segment, which is this man here who put his life on the line because he felt like our Constitution is being shredded and that the government is performing illegal activities against its people, and it is not espionage to disclose this information if the government is acting in an unlawful manner. He's a hero in a lot of people's eyes. Let's listen to his worst fear about this new information.
The greatest fear that I have regarding the outcome for America of these disclosures is that nothing will change.
Okay, his biggest fear is that we do nothing, sit on our hands, and let the government take over and continue to perform tyrannical kind of actions against its people. And once you go down that path, there is no way back. Okay, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Unibrow Studio Vision and Transponder News. Thank you for subscribing. So please leave comments below and let us know what you think. For now, I'm going to leave you with a very funny little tune called Tea Party.
Tea in a parlor makes the ladies holler. We sail yachts and we ride on horses. Every meal we eat comes in multiple courses. When it's time to party, we have a tea party, and we keeps it real the old money way. Haters like to clown our Ivy League educations, but they're just jealous cause our families run the nation. Yo, where's the love at the tea party? But if you're gonna show up, send an RSVP our way.